Depression and anxiety, the silent killers. How to deal with depression and anxiety. Part first. About a decade ago and before that, most of us were not even aware about these words depression and anxiety. But now every other person is dealing with depression and anxiety. It shows that it doesn't matter how much facilitated we are today and the easy life we are spending due to certain inventions of useful devices. However, we all have become a participant of an unknown race where we have to be in a hurry. Indeed, that is the main cause of increasing rates of depression and anxiety. That is why we bring you some of the most effective ways to deal with depression and anxiety. So stay tuned. Depression, the word is so commonly used these days. Even we often have heard small kids saying, "I am depressed," and they are treating it from medication, which is quite alarming for our future generation. First of all, we have to comprehend what depression actually is. As per most of the people who have been through depression agree on some common causes of depression, such as higher expectation from others which others can't carry on with, higher expectations of others from you where you could not fulfill as required, complexities and comparisons, incomplete dreams, disorganized lifestyle. Hence, the reasons are seeming to be unlimited for depression and anxiety. The main cause of depression and anxiety is our incomplete approach to the actual problem. We often get stuck with just one fragment and don't bother to go for the holistic approach and find the root cause about the problem that is becoming a cause of depression. The most common type of cause for depression we all have heard about is psychological causes, which definitely affect the person physically too. For instance, if you have been in a state of anxiety for a long period of time, then you develop certain diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes, and you feel low and lethargic all the time. Hence, these are psychological aspects. But do you think that depression and anxiety can be due to physical cause? Have you ever thought that there is something happening in our surroundings which is affecting us physically that is now becoming a cause of depression, and most probably because of that physical reason you are not feeling psychological good? Most of us have noticed that even when nothing wrong is happening and everything is going well, but still we feel bad, low and depressed without any reason. Why does it happen? For example, we feel bad when we fall ill. It is due to physical reason and we have to be in bed sometime all alone, which obviously affects us mentally. Even if a person goes to the doctor for treatment for illness, then the doctor would examine him physically. That means the person has to deal psychologically by himself. No one will help you make depression free. It doesn't matter how much counseling and consoling a depressed, anxious person receives. In the end, if he is not willing to change mentally, then he will never change. Your psychological remote control is in your hand. Only you have the capacity to control your own feelings. Whether you go to the world's best psychologist, but if you're not willing to come out of the depressed phase, then nobody will hold your hand. It is only you and only you can push forward with the support of your own self. Most of the time we use this phrase in depression. Everything is finished. Now nothing good can happen to me ever. And unfortunately, we spend hours, sometimes days, and sometimes years thinking about this. However, it only takes one moment of realization when you come out from the phase of depression, where you have been confined for so long. This all action is done psychologically with your own thinking. But if physically your hormones support you, then you are successful in breaking the chains of depression and anxiety. And do you know what? This is exactly what medicine do in our bodies. Physically, we get depressed when our body doesn't release certain types of essential chemicals and hormones. Medicine artificially creates those hormones that eventually made us feel better. So do you want to be dependent on medicine for the sake of being happy? Or do you want to treat the root cause of your problem that are making you depressed? Now let's elaborate the physical causes of depression. Just imagine you are going for a road trip and plan an amazing journey, but your car doesn't have fuel or it has impurities in fuel. Do you think your car will move? Similarly, our body needs fuel too. And if we have impurities in our diet, then our stomach wouldn't work. The herbalists around the world believe that the cause of each and every physical disease is the upset stomach. Your stomach is the power station that is responsible for every function. An upset stomach will make you go mad because your body wouldn't release beneficial hormones that are responsible to make you feel good. Maybe it sounds strange to you, but make your stomach lighter to feel lighter. For this purpose, you have to follow the steps for lifestyle modification. Stay in a neutral environment, eat natural things for your diet, and keep it simple. Remember, simplicity will save you from complexity. Do this at least a week. You will definitely feel a tremendous change in yourself. Stay with us for more information and remedies of dealing with depression and anxiety in part 2.